We did a good campaign, but it is what it is. You just have to let me hear what you got to say.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say, and I love you back. And I love you back. So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
True. Especially with Uncle Trump in office now.
As we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and support. To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue. And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves, to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran and the way we ran it. Over the 107 days of this campaign, we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background.
True.
United by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge that we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. A fundamental principle of American democracy is that when we lose an election, we accept the results. That principle, as much as any other, distinguishes democracy from monarchy or tyranny. And anyone who seeks the public trust must honor it. At the same time, in our nation, we owe loyalty not to a president or a party, but to the Constitution of the United States. And loyalty to our conscience and to our God. My allegiance to all three is why I am here to say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
This is good. I'm glad that she's doing this.
The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up. I will never give up the fight for a future where Americans can pursue their dreams, ambitions, and aspirations, where the women of America have the freedom to make decisions about their own body and not have their government telling them what to do. We will never give up the fight to protect our schools and our streets from gun violence. And America, we will never give up the fight for our democracy, for the rule of law, for equal justice, and for the sacred idea that every one of us, no matter who we are or where we start out, has certain fundamental rights and freedoms that must be respected and upheld. And we will continue to wage this fight in the voting booth, in the courts, and in the public square. And we will also wage it in quieter ways, in how we live our lives, by treating one another with kindness and respect, by looking in the face of a stranger and seeing a neighbor, by always using our strength to lift people up, to fight for the dignity that all people deserve. The fight for our freedom will take hard work, but like I always say, we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work can be joyful work. And the fight for our country is always worth it. It is always worth it. To the young people who are watching, it is, to the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win.
That's true.
The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves.
I hear that.
This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
That's a good one. I like that.
The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. HU. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America. I thank you all.
I'm gonna say this. This was a good speech, a good concession speech, and it was the type of speech that I for sure I'm happy to see come from her, come from the Democrats, because I mean they lost. I know it's hard. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy to admit defeat. All right. You want your candidate to win, but your candidate did not win. We have to understand that, yes, we need a peaceful transition of power. Yes, that did not happen somewhat in 2020, but the people have spoken, and the people said, even though you have people out there that said that, oh, he led the insurrection or he caused the insurrection of January 6, 2021. That doesn't matter right now. What matters is what's going on today. And Uncle Trump won, and he did a magnificent campaign. I have to say there are people that are saying the comeback of the century or possibly even 2 centuries. The only time in history that we've had a president who won his first term, lost his second term, and came back a third term was Grover Cleveland. That is amazing that we have that today. And we have to understand that America is in a new age. I saw a comment that made it, and I was like, that said this type of race or something that linked it to Star Wars. And I was saying, that is amazing. That is amazing to have linked it to Star Wars. Okay. And I was like, it's amazing the way that they did it. And I said, wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. But I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see that, she conceded, and We just say, hey, this is it, and that's it, and that's it. I know that some people are upset, but listen, guys, don't worry about it. Life will move on. And I said this in previous videos. I said, whoever was to win, you just have to understand life moves on. Life moves on. And I understand that people are sad right now. I understand that people, are hurt. Their candidate lost, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. What matters is that this country gets back on the right track. We saw that the stock market went up a hell of a lot, and it's probably going to go up even more. I feel that the country spoken, many of us who voted, yes, throughout the night, it was looking a little weird. But I would say when they called and said that, when they didn't call it, but when they said that many of Latinos were going to vote for Trump in Pennsylvania, I said, he got this. He got this. He got this. And it is amazing that we have the situation that we have right now. I'm so proud to be an American. I'm so proud to know that the American people have spoken. And I am proud that the process of transition of power will come peacefully. Instead of a lot of these doom and gloom people that were saying that, oh, it's going to be this, a civil war, the purge, and all that stuff. No, a peaceful transition of power from President Joe Biden back to President-elect Trump. This is just amazing. It's an amazing time to be alive. I feel I'm proud, as I said, to be an American. It's an amazing time. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I am this is so good. So good. For those of you who may feel that Trump is going to do craziness, give him time. Give him time. I don't think that Trump is the super conservative that so many people say that he is. I don't think so. I think that Trump is going to be a more moderate politician, a more moderate Republican, and he is going to do his best to move the country forward into something that they haven't seen in a long time. I think that this is going to be a great, great story. This is amazing how he won to have. He's the comeback person of the century right now. To go through everything that he went through, to go through the court cases, to be charged, to be considered a felon, to go through things with Stormy Daniels, all these things that he'd been through, he just brushed it off. It's amazing, 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 and we're living through it right now, guys. We're living through it right now. So I'm happy that she made her concession speech, and all I have to say is congratulations to her for running a good campaign. And I feel that it will be a wonderful time as Americans. And I think that this will be a new age. This is, as some of my Star Wars friends have said, a return of the Jedi. I am so happy because it was getting scary when the polls were so close. But as we've seen in 2016, you can't believe the polls because this race, they said nationally that Harris was up 3 points. And she has now lost the popular vote by more than 3 points, about close to 4 points. unbelievable. It's an amazing time to be alive, an amazing time to be an American. I salute President-elect Donald Trump. I even salute Vice President Harris. Thank you so much for this crazy campaign, this crazy election cycle. I'm glad that it's over. And now let's move forward to becoming the country that we all can benefit from. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. I'd appreciate it if you found this video interesting to like the video, make some comments. Tell me how you feel about her concession speech. Really would appreciate that. Tell me, how do you feel that now Trump is president-elect once again? He is now going to be our 47th president. The transition of power is going to move smoothly. Tell me how you feel about that. I would greatly like to hear it. And last but not least, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I greatly appreciate it if you do subscribe. Why? I'm a new YouTuber and I'm trying to grow, and I'm trying to reach over 1,000 subscribers by my birthday in December. So please help a brother out. Thank you so much, guys. Be safe. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love each and every one of you. Peace.